To the beautiful Aruba. How you been, man?
Peace and Pan-Africanism. Let me give my revolutionary African greetings to all my brothers and sisters here on the wonderful island of Aruba. I'm joining you for the very first time ever. I've been to Jamaica, I've been to Cuba, I've been to the Bahamas, been to Bermuda, been to Turks and Caicos, been to St. Martin, St. Croix, St. Thomas, I've been to Suriname, been to Amsterdam, been to Rotterdam, and finally, I am in Aruba. I'm excited, I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone tomorrow and on Sunday. You are my newest African family in the diaspora.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. So, I mean, Dr. Umar, what exactly can we expect tomorrow or between Saturday and Sunday in this seminar? What are the topics you're going to address, and what kind of people will really expect?
Tomorrow, it's about Pan-Africanism. It's about solidarity. One of the things that I often talk about is the lack of international solidarity amongst African people. The tribalism spirit is very much alive. Wherever I go, I often run smack dead into the tribal wars. You know, if I'm in South Africa, there's something going on between the Zulu and the Xhosa. If I'm in Senegal, there's something going on between the Wolof and one of the other neighboring groups. If I'm in Kenya, there's something going on. If I'm in America, there's something going on. There's too much tribalism when we have a greater enemy to fight. Our fight is for truth, it's for justice, it's for equality, but most of all, it's for independence. We as African people have to become a self-sustaining human family. Our own schools, our own banks, our own hospitals, our own farms, our own supermarkets, our own distribution and manufacturing center. You know, when the Honorable Marcus Garvey gave us the Black Star Line steamship 100 years ago, people said, why? Why do we need ships? Well, more than 60% of everything you eat, drive, use, wear comes on a ship. So if you don't own ships, you cannot be a master of global distribution. We have to get back to that. Black producers, black distributors, black consumers.
Yeah. Amen, my brother. So people, you listen to what the man is saying, that he's here on the island, right here on Aruba. This is no recording tape. Go on my Facebook page, Dr. Burke Soaking the Soca at Facebook, and you see me right here with Dr. Umar. So Dr. Umar, you said you've been all over the world and everything, and driving in Aruba, all right? I mean, most people that first visit Aruba, usually they don't come to this side of the island either.
Why not?
Well,
Why not? Am I in the hood, Baba? Am I in the hood?
You understand? I guess, but even driving coming up, you see the difference.
Yes.
So what's your really first?
But see, I'm from the ghetto of Philadelphia. I grew up in the same neighborhood as Bill Cosby. You understand? And to be honest with you, having been born in poverty was a blessing for me, because it safeguarded me away from the attitude of arrogance that so many of our black bourgeoisies have around the world. Wherever I go, I have yet not to encounter a black bourgeoisie population.
I hear you. Wonderful.
Look at Baba said, he said, don't say too much. Don't say too much. Cut it out, Baba.
I mean, if you guys don't believe this, I mean, this is what we've been fighting for so long. It's good for somebody from outside of Aruba to come and, give us these thoughts. And I mean, I don't know if most of you are following him, but I follow him on Facebook and on the social media all the time. And I mean, this is the real truth. Nothing other and nothing less. I mean, we don't want to give them too much of the show, of the seminar.
Yes, sir.
Just to give them a piece. What's your message for the youth?
Well, Sunday, we want to focus more on the education and the mental health and the social service aspect. Now, being a school psychologist, I'm a clinical psychologist by doctorate.
All right.
And so I want to talk about the mental health issues that our people have. Because although we have to fight for justice, we have to fight against discrimination and racism, we're also at war with ourselves because we are not healthy, we are not balanced, and we are not whole. we have pathological levels of depression, alcoholism, substance abuse, domestic violence, self-mutilation, eating disorders amongst black girls who feel they have to look like white girls in order to be beautiful. And we're seeing this all around the world. Once upon a time, you couldn't find a black woman who starved herself to get teeny to look weenie. And now our daughters are starving themselves teeny to get weenie. So we have to address the mental situation, because there's no need to talk about political and economic freedom if you're psychologically unhealthy.
Man, definitely. Amen. Well, brother, man. Hey. Wow. Well, I wish, we could convince to move to Aruba, man.
Well, listen, here's my vision. This is my goal for my life. And the Queen just asked me earlier. She said, well, what's your goal? What's your vision? We only get about 100 years on this planet.
I hear you.
So my contribution to the global African struggle, to the Pan-African movement, is I want to be the first superintendent of a truly global African-centered school system. So if your child is in school in Aruba and you decide to relocate to Suriname, there's another school waiting right there. You decide to go to London or Amsterdam or South Africa or New York or LA. If you decide to go to Japan or Germany or Austria, there's a Pan-African school waiting for you right there. I want a global education system for African children. That's going to be my contribution to the liberation struggle.
Aruba, you heard it. And when did you hear it? Right here on Massive 103.5 FM. This is no joke. This is no joke. I mean, as you listen to what Dr. DrUmarJohnson is saying, it makes so much sense for us to be on the top. We got to come together as one. You got to understand. First of all, I think you should know where you come from.
Yes, sir.
Understand where you're going.
True.
And if you don't understand that our history has been tampered with and erased, and the black people are being so much damaged mentally, that put us in this stage we are right now. And it's good to listen to these different speakers and understand what they're saying to empower us. We should no longer be thought of as second class or third class citizens. We're just as good as anybody else.
But in order to change that though, Baba, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead, man. I mean,
there must be psychological equality before there could be political or economic. So before I can force another person to see me as their equal, I have to believe I'm their equal.
Right.
And so our people, African people globally, we have been indoctrinated with this inferiority complex. Internalized racism is a cancer amongst our people. And so first you got to go through the internal reparation before you can have an external reparation. Because if you don't go through the internal reparation before you have the external reparation will benefit your oppressor more than it benefits you.
All right. Amen. We have Sonny here in the States. Sonny Richardson, from Reculture. And Sonny's one of the guys also in the fight, in the battle, standing side by side with the brothers. Sonny, good evening. How you doing?
Good evening, Clyde. And Dr. Omar, once again, welcome to the island.
Thank you.
I'm going to steal a line from Dr. James Smalls, Professor James Smalls, who said, study your history so you can get rid of the mystery. Something good. With that being said, I have a question for Dr. Omar.
Yes, sir.
You made mention a while ago of you would like to be the first superintendent of an international black school system. As far as how can you inform us now if there is any curriculum being put together with among the academics who have that quality as we move forward? Is there any work on that?
Yes. What I am seeing is that there are different educators who have created curriculum for certain subjects. So, for example, I was told by Baba Small that Dr. Yusuf Ben Yakinen, one of our great master teachers, and Dr. Clark had already created an African history and culture curriculum. I haven't seen it. The one that we have for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is going to be different from that one, but I would like to get my hands on it so I can include some of that content into what we are doing. People have asked me, will I put the FDMG curriculum out for the African world? Not before we have enough schools that can implement the curriculum as intended. Because if you give your curriculum to the African diaspora and those parents don't know what they're doing, or they're not serious about educating their children, they'll make it look like your curriculum is no good. So to prevent the sabotage, you have to show that it works. It's like with anything else you invent in this world. Before you sell it, let me show you that it works. Because if I sell it before I show you that it works, you can then try to use it to disprove the effectiveness of what I'm giving you. So we want our schools first before we start giving out the curriculum. We will have a homeschool network as an extension of the institutional school system, but I don't think we should give up traditional brick and mortar schools for homeschooling. Why? Children need to be taught by people, not computers. It's difficult to keep a child's attention at home when the teacher is not there. And I think the COVID quarantine proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that children do not want to be cooped up at home all day getting their instruction through a laptop. They need to be in school. And from an African-centered perspective, one of the most important jobs we have is to teach children how to work together with each other. How can you teach children how to work together with each other if they're not with each other? You're educating your child. I'm educating my child. When do they come together? African people have to be taught how to work together first and foremost. If you don't teach us how to work together, nothing else you teach us will benefit the people.
And that is exactly one of the things. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mireille Santiago from the PHILA Foundation. We are the ones who brought Dr.UMAR here for the lectures, and also Meester in de Rechten, Denisio Bryson. That is one of the things that we encounter right now within our school system, is that after the COVID, a lot of the children are missing some of the social skills in order for them to be able to prevent from certain disagreements to escalate. And I think it's even within our community very much visible with the latest assassinations that have taken place, where we see that, you know, I think a lot of things can be prevented if we work together and teach our children the skills they need, the social skills they need, in order to solve their problems and resolve the problems before they escalate. Exactly. So the event is going to be tomorrow, Saturday, on the 10th of December at John Wesley Auditorium. I almost said John Wesley Academy. John Wesley Auditorium, but it's going to be so educational, so it's almost like an academy. But John Wesley Auditorium, 7 o'clock, the doors open at 6. There's going to be 3 lectures, one by Denisio Bryson, one by myself, and one by the eloquent and very much honorary DrUmarJohnson from Philadelphia. 16 PHILA Foundation, we said we would get Dr.UMAR here, and here we are showing that we actually comply.
How can they reach you though, Queen? You didn't give them your contact information.
Exactly, they can reach me by calling or WhatsApp the number 690-0099, 690-0099. And I would like to announce, because I was on the radio yesterday, I would like to announce the winner of the 2 free tickets that we offered yesterday during the program of Mike. And the lady, yes, it's a lady, the lady that won 2 tickets to the DrUMAR event in Aruba is nonetheless but Tanya. There he is, there is the number, Tanya Granger. Tanya Granger, congratulations, you've won 2 tickets. You already have our number, so just WhatsApp us to let us know whether you want tickets for Saturday or 2 free tickets for Sunday, or maybe you want 1 ticket for Saturday and 1 ticket for Sunday. I mean, you can either bring a +1 or you can just take them both for yourself, girl. It's up to you, but you've won 2 tickets, Tanya Granger. And thank you for being one of our contendants for this free ticket offering that we had on the show with Mike Petronia last night.
All right. So Tanya Granger, you know, in case anything, you have the number. You can WhatsApp, and then finally you can pick up the tickets and what day you want to go to. Maybe like how we said, you want to take the boyfriend out.
Exactly.
Come get him some consciousness.
Yeah, get him on board, get him, wake him up a little bit, and then you contact me, right? Dr. U.M.A R, I mean, we don't want to give him too much.
No, we have a next
Yeah,
to go to.
I know, and at the same time, I know you want to see a little of Aruba. So, I mean, I give you the open mic with some last words and stuff. Not
last words for me is I want to see all my Aruban African brothers and sisters come on out tomorrow. DrUmarJohnson, the Prince of Pan-Africanism in Aruba for the very first time this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Sunday, 5 p.m. Make sure y'all come on out. I want to meet everybody, the grandparents, the college students, the corner boys, the gangsters. Bring everybody out. The academics, the revolutionaries, the intellectuals, the mothers, the fathers, the teachers, the educators, the architects, the doctors. I want to meet everybody. Come on out, shake my hand, give me a hug, ask me a question. Let's have a conversation about liberation.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for being here.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
we're looking forward tomorrow for a wonderful, and Sunday, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
For a wonderful, wonderful seminar. In the meantime, I wish you so much health and strength and power.
Thank you, Baba.
And also at the same time, enjoy our beautiful island Aruba, because I know Aruba embraces you. And I know this won't be your last, trust me.
Not at all. Not at all.
This
I remember my first time in Jamaica, been many times. Remember my first time in Amsterdam. I remember my first time in Turks and Caicos, my first time in London, my first time in Paris, and I done been back to all of them. So, yes, indeed.
Same thing happened to us. When we came here on the first ship, we never left either.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, but Dr. U.M.A R, see you tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy. I mean, you get a little taste of the Aruban flavor out there.
Yes,
also.
sir. Yes, sir.
And I hope that guys, maybe you could say something out there also.
Yeah, I ran into a couple of my supporters already.
Man,
They was at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of them out here today
At the restaurant.
at the restaurant.
That's the Aruba, my brother.
Yes, indeed.
The Aruba people recognize, and I mean, you're not that unfamous. I mean, you're very famous. Trust me. I have you on anything you say on social media, it pops up at me.
Yes,
Breakfast
yes.
Club,
Yeah,
Club interview, that was hot.
Yeah, I'm following you.
It's going viral as we speak.
I like to see my brothers. I mean, because as I always say, man, it's survival of the fittest out here, man. And we're in the jungle fighting.
Yes, I.
We're in the jungle, and this jungle is not as friendly as the thing it is. You know what I mean? So it's good to see that brothers getting together and trying to unite the others for us to follow this one path.
Yes,
Just
yes.
one path we got to be on. Same path, same thinking, heads directed in one direction, and we be good.
Yes.
We are so powerful we don't realize it.
Yes.
Peace and Pan-Africanism.
Peace and
All
Pan-Africanism.
right, my brother. All right, Aruba, you heard it. DrUmarJohnson right here on your massive 103.5 FM in Aruba. Right? And the better part, in St. Nicholas.